What up, YouTube fam? This is part 2 of my now series, Why Women Love Intelligent Men. And intelligence separates men, will separate you from a lot of different men for certain reasons. And one reason is it shows maturity. If you have a worldly knowledge and understand how the real world operates and can apply it to real world situations and can apply it to certain situations with a young lady or explain stuff to her in a way that she now understands things that she may not have before, it makes you seem sophisticated. It makes you seem distinguished. It makes you seem mature. And these are all very attractive qualities in a man to women. Now, another thing that I noticed is that a lot of women aren't really used to worldly men that are intelligent but have a worldliness about them. A type of cultural intelligence, not just a bunch of facts in his head. A type of intelligence that makes the knowledge that he has applicable, like I said, to everyday life. Women aren't used to dealing with men like this because there aren't that many around. Okay, you usually got a textbook freaking nerd that's got a bunch of facts in his head, or you got the freaking idiot thug that hasn't picked up a book since like the 3rd grade, C-spot run. So if you can cultivate this type of awareness about yourself, it'll make you stand out, real fast. Now, like I said, most women aren't used to dealing with men like this, so and it'll be intriguing. Most women have slots, for men that they put you in, right? They have little categories. You're a nice guy, the friend, the bad boy, nerd, the completely, But if you cultivate this type of worldly intelligence I'm talking about, then most women don't have a category to put you in. You're a completely novel, new individual to her. It's like a new species she's never met. Okay, and men like this, you can take a woman from a thug any day, because this is really the type of man she wants. She just never met a man like this before. And you can go back to my series, like I said, on alpha males and get more information on stuff like that. But I want to kind of give more tips to ways that you can cultivate this type of knowledge. And I've said before that the book of Proverbs, written by King Solomon of Israel, who is reputed to be one of the wisest, most richest men in the world, the book of Proverbs in the Bible is an excellent place to start, because he talks about cultivating wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is a far cry from getting a degree. Okay, because you have a degree doesn't mean you have wisdom. I mean, you could have cheated your way through school, so what? And a lot of guys get having a degree or reading a bunch of textbooks mixed up with wisdom. And wisdom is really what I'm talking about. So the book of Proverbs and Ecclesiastes in the Bible. There's another book called How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci being a 16th century Renaissance man, inventor, painter, artist, engineer, etc., etc. It's written by Michael Gelb, G-E-L-B. It's an excellent book about how he goes through and talks about the 7 different thinking patterns that Leonardo da Vinci used in order to make all of his great discoveries and create all of the great works of art and make contributions to the sciences that were like 400 years ahead of his time. That's another excellent book that you should check out. Another book is called The Einstein Factor by Wayne Wingard. The Einstein Factor is an excellent book. I began reading that the same time I started reading How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci. And in this book, he's talking about how to use your inner resources to basically how to build your brain power. It's an excellent book, man. It's real deep. I ended up reading it like 7 times because it was so deep. And you guys should check out his website. He's got a bunch more books. Anything by Wayne Wingard, man, you need to check out. And Michael Gelb, too. And I think Michael Gelb's got some videos up on YouTube about, that you might want to check out. Also, there's a lot of information out of now about the leaders of the past. Leadership is a quality that women instinctively look for. Okay, women want men to lead. And one of the things that the History Channel's got a lot of information, man, on military leaders like Hannibal of the Carthaginians. You got the Roman military commanders. You got the Roman politicians that they've done biographies on. You have people like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan. And yeah, these guys may have been like barbarian warriors or whatever, but you want to learn about how Napoleon, how these guys were able to garner the respect and admiration and inspire tens of thousands of men to go to the battlefield and essentially die for them. That's leadership, man. You should learn about this stuff. These are male qualities that are extremely attractive to women, man. This is politicians, and the PBS has done a lot on PBS.org, whatever, public television. They've done a lot of good biographies, man, on leaders. Check out other Renaissance men like Isaac Newton. Today's Renaissance men of the 20th century, Bruce Lee. Okay, Bruce Lee was a Renaissance man. This guy studied Newtonian physics, man, in order to understand how the body moves, in relation to gravity, stuff like that. Learn about, real-world economics, man, how the economy works. Stuff like this is extremely attractive to women. And most women complain about not being able to hold an intelligent conversation with men. A lot of women complain about this. Yeah, they may be with a bad boy or a thug, but they can't talk to him. They're just attracted to him because he excites their emotions. You can step right in. There's another example I want to give. There's this model named Bubbles. Okay, she was on the cover of Smooth magazine. And this is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she looked like the Lord just carved her out of stone or something. She's fine as the day is long. And I was reading an interview she did. I think it was with Smooth, or it may have been with another magazine, but she was talking about if she wasn't a model, she would be a marine biologist. Okay, now that's deep. A marine biologist, you got to be smart to be a marine biologist. And she's obviously interested in science, and water animals and how to, ocean, all that stuff. Okay, this is the type of woman, if you met in a bookstore, you could talk to her about marine biology. And you would stand out from all of the other men that only oogle and stare at her and are only interested in sex. You can step in with your intelligence, man, and your worldly knowledge and genuine heart for wanting to help people. You can step right in, man, and take the place of any man. And she'll appreciate you and love you for it. So anyway, these are just some examples, man. Music. Learn how to play a musical instrument, man, like the keyboard or something. And besides, learning how to play music stimulates many different parts of the brain that makes you even more intelligent. It's a book called It's a book called The Brain on Music, or Music on the Brain, something like that. Written by I think it's written by John Jenkins. I'm not sure, but it talks about how music stimulates different parts of the brain to make you more intelligent. And like I said with my other videos, practice the emotions of, become passionate about what you're learning about, and be passionate about sharing that with people, man. Be passionate, man. I mean, even if it is something like video games, Warcraft or something like that, man. You learn how, you can relate what's going on in Warcraft to the real world, real world warfare, politics or something like that. Women love talking about politics. Another complaint about women is that they can't really talk to men about politics. Or a lot of these so-called educated women. A lot of men are just pathetic and don't know anything about the real world. Okay, like I said, this is extremely attractive to women. So this is just more encouragement for you nice guys out there, man. That to understand that don't be scared of these women. Stop objectifying these women and thinking that they're just human beings. They're just bodies with a mind and a soul inside of them. Okay, they need mental stimulation like everybody else, and they're starving for it. And you being the up-and-coming university attractive man that you are, can feel that. Anyway, that's it for me. See y'all later.